What's up, Scorpios? Welcome back to my channel. This is Ella here, and today we're just going to do your June 2020 general reading. Watch this if you're Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Make sure to check out my video for retrogrades, where I did all 12 signs. There is a timestamp for Scorpio as well. I'm going to link this video in the comments and also in the description box. And also for all of you guys who want to join my astrology course, the link is going to be down below. We are still accepting new students. It's actually going to be like free enrollments. You can enroll whenever you want to. However, if you're registered before the end of May, you could also join our webinar. And what I'm also doing with all of the students who joined me in May, since it's the first month since we launched, I take all their questions and the best questions, the most interesting questions. I actually make additional videos based on those questions for the course. So make sure to check it out. Join us. Hopefully I'm gonna see you there. And anyway, guys, let's get started with your reading. Let's see what the month of June holds for my dear Scorpios. I feel very drawn to start with the Lenormand cards for Scorpios today. Let's see what's gonna come out. Your first card is Bear, number 15. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, there has been a moment where if you weren't able to slow down since Saturn entered your 4th house in the sign of Aquarius, I feel like definitely like at least second half of May, a lot of you guys were slowing down finally, because Saturn started going through its retrograde motions. And once again, to see how it's going to affect you, make sure to check out my video I made about retrogrades. And I feel like when Saturn just really stopped, it's almost like you had no choice. For whatever reason, you just needed to slow down, to almost like freely take a good look where you are at, what you were able to build this far, what you were able to accomplish this far, and what you want to do from this point onward. Because the thing is, like, sometimes, you know, yeah, sure, you could go towards certain path and you keep building, you know, certain things, but you know, if it's not what you really want, and if you're not taking a feedback, you know, from yourself, most importantly, on what changes you need to make in order to make yourself happier, you know, it's kind of like it could be a waste of energy. And I feel like there is this moment with Saturn really stationing and going retrograde where you just really had to slow down, and slowing down actually made you realize what are the changes that you need to make in your life in order to become more happy. What are the things, perhaps, you know, it's like you have all the strength with this Bear, but it's like, how can you best apply the strength to get the best result? And for a lot of you guys realize that yes, there are certain things that need your attention, and there are certain things that, you know, that need to change. So I feel like that's what happened for a lot of you guys already, like end of May. But let's see where things are going for you in June. We have here the book 26. So for a lot of you guys, I feel like in the months of June, I'm not necessarily seeing like you guys are starting moving so fast. I feel like for a lot of you, this is the stage still of research, of collecting information, of understanding something very much in depth. Like you guys in the months of June are going to be able to either reveal some kind of secret or get your hands on some kind of important piece of information that's going to help you make better decisions for yourself. It's almost like maybe you were either stuck, or maybe you know, couldn't move or couldn't get what you wanted before. But now, after you slowed down, after you assess the situation where you're at, the next step is also to get this information, or to get some kind of resource or some kind of knowledge that's going to help you to go towards your next stage, towards your next level. And I think for some of you, it could be about school, it could be about learning. For others, it's maybe just about some kind of occult, even secrets. But you learning something here is going to help you to make the transition that you, I feel like, been trying to make for some time. Let's see what else. We also have here birds, chatter, gossip. Well, with North Node entering Gemini, with so much energy in Gemini, I think a lot of you guys are very busy communicating. There's a lot of maybe people talking about you. Maybe you yourself are talking about someone, or maybe you're just very busy with your communication. However, what I feel is that some of these communications could be very much wasteful. So make sure you're not wasteful with your words in the month of June. Make sure that you are actually, you know, sometimes like, right, you wake up and you start scrolling through pages, you start talking to people, and especially if you're someone like me who is, you know, who has online pages, stores, whatever, it's so easy to get lost, and sometimes it becomes a waste of your energy, especially if you're also a creative type. If you're a creative type, it's important for you to make sure that you have a digital detox sometimes, so just the new ideas could come. Otherwise you consume so much information and then you're wondering, oh my god, why am I not able to finish this creative project or whatever. So it's important for you, I feel like, to not be wasteful with your words, and also to watch how much of the digital intake how much of the digital intake is happening through the months of June. Okay, so let's go forwards. Let's see what else for my dear Scorpios. Let's take some tarot cards now. We have your first card is Devil. I'll take all cards right away. We also have here Two of Pentacles. And we also have here Nine of Wands. Let's take one more. We also have here Ten of Swords reversed. We have Six of Wands. Interesting, I just got this in pre-shuffle too. We also have here Ten of Wands reversed. One more. And we have here Five of Pentacles. Hierophant is at the bottom of the deck. What I feel for a lot of you guys could have happened before is that you were either obsessed with something or someone, but your energy wasn't balanced. I feel like whatever you were doing, whatever that obsession, it could be materialistic obsession, it could be just obsession with a person, it could be just some kind of unhealthy pattern in your life. I feel like you guys did the best you could with it. Like, you've juggled this whole situation as much as you could, but I feel like a moment have come when you realize that, you know, something is not right where you are. Maybe it was also about your connection with someone. It could be about someone in your family, or it could be also about like a relationship that you had. It's almost like there's been this moments when you realize that a certain relationship you have, and it could be a romantic relationship, or it could be a relationship with anyone really, your co-workers, your, I don't know, friends, you realize that there is something not quite healthy about it. And I think that even though that it was quite a difficult situation, whatever this was, you're realizing what's been hurting you for so long is helping you right now finally start getting out of this very painful dynamic that I feel been keeping you hostage for a very long time. I feel like because of whatever this dynamic was, you were not able, it's almost like you didn't feel like you were free to do what you want, say what you want to say, be who you want to be. And I feel like even though it's painful to understand how much you were actually, how long you were actually stuck there, how much you sacrifice, now you're finally starting to get out of that, and you're actually going to win something pretty big. And if it's especially something you've been really putting a lot of work into, I think that you are going to basically start seeing big signs of improvement. Like, the victory is almost there, the victory is almost yours. I feel like what's important for you at this stage is to release whatever these burdens were that you were carrying. You were carrying a lot of burdens, and a lot of these burdens were not your own. So with the Ten of Swords reverse and Ten of Wands reverse, I think as you slow down, as we talked about this before, and as you really put a lot of your affairs on pause, you were able to see what were the sexual wounds that maybe still you have certain scars, and how can you let go finally of whatever it is you've been carrying for so long. There is this Five of Pentacles here, but I don't feel like it's you. I actually feel like a lot of Scorpios, since we're also going to have another Jupiter-Pluto conjunction in the month of June, I feel like a lot of Scorpios are actually going to be doing really good financially, probably even better than others. But I feel like the issue here is that a lot of people around you are not doing as well as you do. And even if you're not doing so great financially, I feel like since you're a Scorpio, and Scorpios usually are really good with crises, plus your ruler Pluto is with Jupiter now, it's almost like for you still, all of the situation a lot of people are struggling with, you are better than others in that. And I think because of that, there's a lot of people who are doing kind of like worse than you. They're looking at it and they either expect you to also like sacrifice yourself for them or help them more. And there is some people I feel like that go about this in a good way, like they are asking you for help nicely, but there are, I feel like, some who are just kind of trying to leech onto your energy. Like, be careful with energetic vampires. I'm sorry, it sounds so not nice, but I feel like that's what it is, because you've been trying to help others, you've been trying to, you know, kind of like handle and juggle a lot of things. However, like recently, I think you start realizing that maybe even there's been someone using you. And for Scorpios, we all know, once the trust is broken, once you no longer, you know, once you no longer kind of like trust people around you, once you realize there is something fishy going on, you're done and you're not looking back, whatever it means. Like Scorpios are not scared of endings. I think Scorpios would never accept being disrespected or used. It's just sometimes because you are such a sign which, you know, kind of like goes all the way with whatever you do, you kind of, you know, sometimes either stay in situations longer than needed, or sometimes you just want to prove something. So it's like, that's at least what I'm seeing here. Let's see what else Scorpio needs to know. You have here the Chariot, but I feel like once you realize what's been going on, now finally the victory is yours. I'm almost getting like, for some Scorpios, it's been this time where you like couldn't move as far as you wanted to, and you were wondering like, what am I doing wrong? I'm working so hard, I'm doing this and that, but somehow it's like almost like I could only get this far, I can only get this far. I'm sort of like, you know, not able to get all the way towards the things that I want. I feel like now that finally all these burdens were released, you have this clarity, what is the direction you're supposed to go in, and you start charging forward. Especially in the months of Cancer, which is like second half of June and early July, I feel like for a lot of you guys there's going to be a huge new beginning. We are also going to have a solar eclipse like at 0 degrees Cancer, I believe, and I feel like when it's going to be this Cancer eclipse, and for you it's going to be in your 9th house, something about your vision of the world is going to change. Something in your consciousness is going to change. There will be some kind of renewal of your faith and of knowing in which direction you are meant to go. And I feel like it will be this eureka moment. Pieces that couldn't come together will come together, and you will finally be able to fully charge forward. I feel like you've already been moving in a right direction for a long time, but it's almost like it's not been all the way. There's been something that's almost like you couldn't quite put your head around. What was it that was not allowing you to have this breakthrough you always wanted? And I think in the months of June, you will finally start getting closer to that by also understanding what is it you also need to change. Let's ask now if there is anything about your love life that you need to know about, something about love life for my Scorpios. We have here, ooh, the Star. And you know what's very interesting is also the Chariot follows the Star, right? So I feel like as you're going towards your life purpose, as you're going in the direction, like as you finally stop doing whatever it is you were doing that was draining you so much, and as you will start pursuing your passions again, your dreams, doing exactly what you always wanted to do, having this faith, having this hope, I think this is exactly what's also going to bring you some new romantic opportunities. I see with the Star card here, it could be an air sign or it could be an Aquarius even, and I know some of you guys don't like Aquariuses, but I feel like there is some very positive development when it comes to your love life. I don't think you guys expect this or think it's gonna happen, but I'm just here to tell you that as you release all this baggage you've been carrying, and I think a lot of you have been going through a lot of baggage, and you know, there's been some toxic situations you were in. As you get out of that, as whatever it was that was draining your energy leaves your life, you will finally, it's almost like the road is finally open for you to meet this person. I feel like meet, or if it's you, if you already met, maybe just like get like closer to them. And I feel like for some of you guys there was a resurfacing of a very deep wound, but it happened for a reason, so that you finally could heal that. Let's see what else about your love life for the months of June. We have here the Fool. Look, you have the Fool next to the Star, so there's definitely some kind of new beginning. I feel like that's coming for a lot of Scorpios, but I feel like it's for you also about starting fresh. Like I feel like a lot of things in your life you're starting fresh, and I feel like for most of you it's a new person, someone you don't know yet, or someone, even if you know them, you haven't like dated them or whatever, or been in a relationship with them. And we have here, oh my god, it kind of wanted to come out reverse, but I don't read reversals today. It's the Magician. It's someone who is, I think I've been seeing this, I'm not sure if it was in your reading or if it was in one of the bigger cards, but I think I did see the Magician, and I was like, wow, there is someone who is just like next level. And it's like, what's interesting here, you both here, like the Fool here is carrying the staff, which is the wand, right? And we have this Magician here also with this staff. I see some people here, You resonate either with Palo Santo, you have maybe even some kind of little like shop where you sell like occult type of things, candles, Palo Santo sticks, stuff like that, or you maybe just really like burning Palo Santo. Or also I'm seeing something about Santo or scent, or also holy. I mean, it's holy, right? But like Hollywood, maybe some of you live in LA as well, like me. I'm not sure, but it's like this looks really good, really promising. It's a person, I think, who is very mercurial and who is very good at also occult and knowing of the occult. And we also have here Queen of Wands with the Five of Cups. For those of you who've dealt with Leo before, and it doesn't have to be a woman, it could be a man or a woman. I feel like there has been some disappointment on this person's part. It doesn't have to be a Leo necessarily. I see here just, you know, for some of you, it's like a Leo rising or a Leo sun. It could be another fire sign, but don't think too much about signs. I just feel like there's been a person who had this very fiery nature. And I think as you also move towards this new person, as you start dating somebody new here, there is also someone who is quite sad, because it's almost like it's been over for a long time, but for some of you it's like it's, you know, it's completely over. And I think there is someone who could be quite sad about this. Let's just take one last card here from tarot. We have here Queen of Pentacles, but it's like, I think what you realize, Scorpios, is your worth, which is why all of these big changes are happening for you. And as you realize your worth, it's like there is very different type of people you're entertaining, and there is this very different opportunities that you are able to manifest as well. And I think this is all what it comes down to. Your message from the angels is ask your angels. I feel like right now more than ever it's very important for you to do meditations, to do, you know, your spiritual work. Don't forget to work with you know, with spiritual symbols, with mantras, if that's your thing, because I think like remedies, and when I say remedies, I don't really mean necessarily astrological remedies, even though for some of you it could resonate. I mean, like, there is very specific types of meditations, and actually I'm going to do something right now with you guys, pull also like something from a meditation for you. But there is different things that can really help you unlock your vibrations and remove negative energies from your life. And I think it's very important for you that you keep, you know, working with your angels. We're going to take this reading into the extended. There is something I want to take a look at more about this Fool and the Star. We're going to do this in the extended. And also whatever this Queen of Wands person is, it doesn't have to be male or female. I'm not really doing it like gender based. But we'll take this to the extended, so if you'd like to join the extended, the link is going to be down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget, my astrology class is open, so feel free to enroll. I will really be happy to see all of you there. If you have any questions about the class, by the way, also feel free to write them down in the comments. I love you all so much, and we'll talk soon. Bye bye.